was a possibility for this game, and the weather was happy to oblige with a nice layer of white over Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium, and we got more snow on the way. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And Diggs has it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Stroud to throw it. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Here's Stroud. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon, 30 yards. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Steelers set to take the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They go play action now. Wilson out to his left. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Now Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. 7 yards there and a first down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Stroud's throw taken in by Diggs. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Got his man. It's Warren. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, loose. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got some space here. Still going inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Harris going to get it again on second down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have taken a fourth quarter lead. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Houston set to take over. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing again is Stroud. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Stroud. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd down, goal to go. Stroud. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. To throw is Stroud. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This no gimme in the snow. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The